Hello there, my name is Davis, and welcome back to the Real Valladolid Career Mode Challenge Series, episode 39. And we start things off with a relatively tricky tie away to Villarreal. They have some decent players and made some good signings over the last couple of years. Got the likes of Thomas Delaney and Matt Hummels in there. But with 11 minutes on the clock, Jonathan David feeds Bradberg, who makes the start today, through on goal and a big left foot powers it past the keeper to make it 1-0. Nice early goal to get us going and kick us on our way after a very, very good episode last time out, claiming wins over Barcelona, Real Madrid, and over Ajax, sending us into the semi-final of the Europa League. And then 2 minutes before half time, get very lucky with the rebound, and Jonathan David is able to volley that in past the keeper, and that was more or less it for the rest of the game. Got very, very lucky with how the ball popped back up for him, but it's a decent finish on the volley. Nonetheless, for his 18th goal of the season, and boring second half really. Nothing happens at all. And we managed to see off the game. So another clean sheet, a good result for us away from home against a decent side. And then we can go into two, was expecting them to be relatively easy games. The first one at home to Granada, who are right down towards the bottom of the league, but claimed 2 wins in the last 2 games, but in the last 3 games, but a 2-0 win there sees us overcome Granada without any worries. And the final simulation of the 3 was against away to Osasuna, and a 4-1 victory there was enough to claim the points. So a good start to the episode. One which we will almost come to the end of the season. We got our semi-final tie home and away against Arsenal, and in between that is a match against Espanyol, the Levante game, and then we'll finish the episode with the Sociedad game, and that will be that. So hopefully we can continue our winning run. We are still unbeaten in the league. On for the invincible season, so it'd be unbelievable if we can continue that. I'm not sure if any team in La Liga has ever gone invincible. Not that I know of, could be completely wrong, might be one of the top teams. But from recent memory, I can't remember any team doing it. But we've also got a chance for a final, a European final at that. So hopefully we can kick things off at home to Arsenal well with a win. This is how we line up for our first leg against Arsenal. Upamecano and the old partnership from last season and half of this season, to be fair, Diego Carlos and Upamecano start together. Upamecano looking a little bit leggy, but he's still by far and away our best centre-back, and can't really afford to drop him. Unfortunately, through an acclamation of too many yellow cards, Zakaria misses this through suspension. So it is down to Diego Carlos. I'm more confident he can put in a decent shift. And other than that, it is full strength side. David and Renier up top. Neres, Oriana down the wings. And Kunku and Kimmich holding in the midfield. And Apa, Upa, Carlos and Aaron's at the back, and Bustos, who's now 83 rated, surpassing Jordi Masip, is in net. Hopefully we can pull out a big performance at home. Not sure what players they have in the current setup at Arsenal. I did see in the training just then Saka and Pepe. They also have Joe Gomez, it looks like, and maybe is that Brozovic, the one facing away from the camera. Guendouzi's also in there. So some decent young talent amongst the Arsenal side. See if we can pick anybody out. Leno's still in the starting keeper. Ricardo Pereira, it looked like also. And in terms of the route to the final, they've overcome Lazio 3-2. smashed Spartak Moscow 4-1 in the last leg. And the winner of this tie will be up against either Schalke or Spurs. So it would be nice to get through this tie and have a rematch against Spurs after they dumped us out last season. I highly imagine that Arsenal fans will be hoping for a North London derby though. Chance slipped inside. Renier just puts it behind him. Jonathan David, but it's been mostly us for the first 20 minutes of the game. They've only really broke forward once, and a poor cross from Pepe more or less ended their attack. Jonathan David battle with Mari, does very well, and there it is. Come on, Mari. I think he's still there in real life. I think he might be out on loan. But he cannot keep up with Jonathan David. Just drops back, little drag back, and picks his spot back of the net. Sticks it top bins. Leno's not saving that. Mari's still chasing his shadow. And we go 1-0 up first half. And that is that for half time, undefined with the goal. And it's been a pretty comfortable first half, to be honest, as far as things go in terms of a semi-final in the Europa League, as Spurs are actually 2-0 up against Schalke at half time, so very, very good signs for them. But as far as our game goes, I was expecting a bit more of a punch from Arsenal, but maybe they can change their fortunes around in the second half. We just gotta continue what we're doing, and we should be fine in this match. Chance for Arsenal there, another header for them, but they're starting to pass the ball around, starting to make it zip. And we just need to weather this storm a bit. Counter-attacking goal here would be absolutely critical. So I think that was going well wide. I think David Neres has been saved a bit by the deflection. Smashes Mari in the face. Get a corner out of it. It's a great header, come on! That man again, undefined. Our number 7 with a great leap up, beats Guendouzi, gets in front of his man. Had a chance earlier on in the game, and this time he makes no doubt about it. Powers it past Leno, and a rare-headed goal for one of our attackers, but a goal nonetheless. 2 for Jonathan David on the day. And we're looking even more I say comfortable. 2-0 is a very tricky scoreline, but the way the game's panned out, we've been well worth. Last chance of the game, header for Arsenal. We think we've managed to keep a clean sheet. There we go. Maybe could have got caught by Pepe then, but we get through without any worries, and we take a 2-0 advantage with us to the Emirates. 2 goals, and most importantly, no away goals for them. So we score 1 at the Emirates, they have to score 4, and so on and so forth. Fantastic way to take it through. Spurs getting a 4-1 win as well there, so it looks like they'll be making their way to the final. Our focus switches back to the league now, and we still remain 7 points ahead of Atletico Madrid, although playing a game extra than them with 3 games left of the season. So signs are looking very, very promising coming into this. 4 games left of the season in the league. And a game here against Espanyol, who are one place above the drop zone. So pretty confident enough to go into a simulation here. We'll be making the couple of changes for the just to rest some players before the Arsenal game though. Bratberg will start over Renier, Neres for Kubo, Gallardo for Nkunku, and Diego Carlos will even get a swap for. Actually, Morrison, he made an appearance last time out, so he can have another one here. It's a very weak side, don't get me wrong, but a team that I would expect to be beating these, even on the simulation. I would very much like to keep our invincible status alive, but we have been screwed over before. Thank God for that. Jonathan David and Bratberg getting on the score sheet, as well as, of course, Nkunku. 2 goals off the bench, and we get a nice little 4-1 victory over Espanyol. Takes us back straight into the second leg, the return leg against Arsenal, as we get a very interesting offer from Los Blancos, a offer of 69,000 per week, and that is going straight in the bin. Thank you very much. Don't worry about the youth squad, and we shall move on to the Arsenal game. A chance for a little bit of history, get ourselves into the hat and into the final of the Europa League here. A rather dominant performance in the first leg does mean we're 1-0 up coming into this one, and despite not being the Arsenal of old, they've definitely still got some decent players. They didn't really show it in the first leg, but I don't expect them to roll over in this one. I imagine they'll come out fighting. We did go into last year's 0-0 against Spurs, and the second leg was a completely different story. Despite going 1-0 up, they dominated us and ended up coming out 2-1 winners. So gotta be very careful with that. Renier takes us forward. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable from one of the world's best currently. A little ball roll, back outside, shifts it onto his right foot, and to finesse it from there, that's outrageous technique. Wraps it around the defender and around Leno. And Rob Holding's got no chance there. And similar time to the first leg, 20 minutes, just over. We go 1-0 up. Last chance of the half, we nick it quite high up the field through Nkunku, and a late ball tried by Renier is cut out, and that is how we end the first half. Bit more of a tentative one, but a very, very well taken goal thanks to Renier. Sees us 1-0 up at the break, 3-0 up on aggregate at half time. I think I just seen Spurs with 2-0 at half time away to Schalke, so I think that's 6-1 on aggregate for them. 100% going through the through to the final. There's no way even Spurs can bottle that. So hopefully, if we can hold on to this sort of victory and don't concede 4 goals in one half, we will be facing Tottenham Hotspur in the final. Renier does very well, through on goal, doesn't miss them. Leno, why are you diving for? You are not saving that. Don't know who's playing left back there, but he steps up, number 6, I think that might be Joe Gomez, steps up, tries to show him, I don't know, shows him the wrong way, and Renier just blasts it past Leno. And I think that is game, set and match. 4-0 Arsenal require 5. They've got no chance. More switch that is. Martinelli down this left hand side. Chips it to the back post. Apa there again. Fantastic defending from him. Nora, no, it wasn't even it was a third choice right back at the start of the season when we got Theo Hernandez, and here he is in the Europa League semi-final doing an absolute madness defending for us. But as I say, they get a goal. Nicola Pepe. Yeah, very well worked goal actually. Some nice passing in between, just a little 1-2 give and go. And again, and Upamecano gets dragged off his man. And they pull a goal back. It was the first goal in the Europa League I've conceded in at least 3 matches. We didn't concede against Ajax. So unfortunate to concede there. Especially with the game, the tie more or less wrapped up. Changes still haven't been made. Don't think they will be made, especially with that kind of passing. I think unless they break forward now, that's going to be the end of the game. 2-1 victory at the Emirates sees us go through on the tie. 4-1 victors over the Gunners. Mikel Arteta's tricky Reds unable to overcome the mighty Valladolid. And we book ourselves a nice little ticket into a Europa League final against Tottenham. Back to the league, we have an away tie against Levante, another one that I think I'm going to simulate. I'm going to play my full strength side as well because I want to get this win. We are so close to being invincible, it's ridiculous. We've only drawn 2 games all season as well. And on 101 points currently. Atletico Madrid 7 points ahead of us, behind us with a game in hand. So I mean 2 more wins and we see ourselves as champions of La Liga and potential princes of Europe with the Europa League. So hopefully we can get a job done against Levante. They are 14th in the league, lost 2 of their last 3 against bigger teams, so hopefully we can turn them over here as well. Fingers crossed. There we go. Oh no. Renier's got a bandage next to his name. That's not what we wanted to see going into the last 3 games of the season, the biggest 3 games of my season. More is the damage. You were having a laugh. You were having a laugh. That is not what we wanted to see. A lateral collateral ligament in an injury. That doesn't even sound real. You've made that up. This is bullshit. But we lose Renier for the rest of the season, which means my guy Bratberg, a whole great deal has suddenly landed onto your shoulders. Starts the training off with a nice D rating as well. That's what we want to see. And now, without the league's top goal scorer, he might even be surpassed there by João Felix, depending on how Atletico finish the season, which would be tragic, really. Won't hit the 30 goals in the league, just 1 short. And with 2 games left of the season, Atletico Madrid breathing down our necks and 2 difficult games against Sociedad, who always give us a good game, and finally Sevilla, who are a decent outfit as well. Last game of the episode this, and hopefully we don't bottle it. We win this, we win the league, and that's a lot of pressure. Okay, so a pretty drastic change to our formation. I've decided against starting Bratberg, and instead, after I think 3 years of playing two up top, we've gone back to a 4-3-2-1 one striker formation. Jonathan David leading on line, but with Almada and David Neres tightly close to him, playing as the left or right forward. Three in midfield: Oriana, Kimmich, and Nkunku. Should be very, very good midfield. Good creativity through Nkunku and Orellana, and Kimmich, who just runs all day, can boss that midfield alongside Nkunku. More freedom for Orellana to get forward. Aaron Zanappa obviously done the wings as usual, and nothing changed in the back four. But yeah, just the one man up front, Jonathan David, needs to be the main man now and lead us to a La Liga trophy. Simple choice, really. Win and win the title, or take it to the last day. I know which one I'd prefer, but I'm not sure the AI will be choosing option A for me. I imagine they'll make it very difficult to play against. Little old Valladolid with a chance to go into the history books as invincibles, perhaps. But we might not even need to win, to be honest. Atletico Madrid play Barcelona at the same time as us, so hopefully Barcelona can do us a favour and claim a scalp over Atletico Madrid. The team and game news is on for that game, so if any goals go in, I'll be notified about them. Good ball, Zakaria can deal with that. Doesn't head it very well. The shot whistles over the bar. First attempt of the game falls to Marino of Sociedad. Thankfully it goes over the bar. It would have been a very special effort if that goes in. Max Aaron's the overlap. That's what we want to see. Up against Oyarzabal. Can you get the ball in? Back stick! Oh, Almada was there waiting for the scissor kick. But now they can attack. Back and forth game. Joshua Kimmich covering in the right back spot. Hasn't got the pace to keep up with Lopez. Doesn't stop the cross. I mean, what can you do about that? Cross pulled to the edge of the box. Maybe Kimmich could do better there, but the little pass off and the first time effort, that's outrageous. Great finish, wraps it around the defender's leg, and we go 1-0 down. No, come on, where's the defense? Oh, my days. Oh, thank God for that offside. Oh, what? Oh, it wasn't even offside. Oh, no. Oh, it's 2 in 2 minutes. What's going on here? Being cut apart. Off kick off. Still no goals in the Atletico versus Barcelona match, which is not terrible for us, because I think our goal difference is far better than Atletico going into the last game of the season. Oh, that's a great ball. What's going on? We're getting ripped to shreds out here. Aber is having a nightmare. The ball roll just sells him. That's filth. And we are 3-0 down in half time. We haven't lost a game all season in the league. and we are getting torn apart. Ref? Hello? He's gone straight through the back of him. Second to every second ball. That is half time. A very poor, one of the worst halves of football we've had in the whole career mode. I think our worst result overall is 3-0 to Newcastle in pre-season, and we are looking like we could potentially top that here. Back to the two up top. Neres will fit in there, and we'll go with that. See what that's like. Back to normality, really, but we need to turn something around. We're not going to get a win here, simple as that, but... What's going... Why isn't he making that tackle? Upamecano is just... And Appa's not really bothering at the back post this time. 4-0 down. Again, down this side. Keeper doesn't collect, he punches away this time. Goes for the spectacular effort, the Yazable. Got the volley in the first half. Can't blame him really at 4-0 up. And we just give the ball on a plate to him. And a chance maybe. Jonathan David. Back to Neres on his left foot. I think that's our first shot on goal. And he comes up with that. Poor. He's a very bad finisher, Neres. Fun player to use, but when it comes to shooting, he had a decent start to the season, but really poor. But we're getting dominated from these crosses. It's 5-0. Appa at the back stick every time. We had this problem with him when was it? Season 2. Where we didn't really have a left back, and we conceded so many goals. And it's getting a little bit embarrassing now. Almada's going all the way. I don't understand this game sometimes. Getting dicked 5-0, and then the defence just does that. Gives an Almada a free run. 76th minute, time for some changes. Can you just save the stamina on our players? Gallardo, Oriano for Kubo, and fuck it, we'll chuck Costa on instead of Upamecano, because we're going to need it for the last game of the season. Blocked the shot. Last change for them. Last kick of the game, more or less. Keeper with a fantastic save, to be fair, to be safe and save a 6th goal going in. And keeper kicks her out. 92nd minute. Should be the game, more or less, wrapped up. And that is not sound. 5-1. Biggest loss of the career mode comes in our last but 2 game, and hopefully Barcelona have done us a favour here. We're not celebrating with the league title, which makes me feel as though they probably have won. Yeah, there it is. Atletico Madrid win 2-1 against Barcelona, and it goes down to the last game of the season, lads. That is not what we want to see there. 1 point between us. Oh, there you go. Last game of the season. Atletico Madrid play Levante at home, who are 14th, nothing to play for. And Sevilla are 7th with nothing to play for, the same. So it all comes down to the last episode, in which we will have the final day of the season against Sevilla for the crown. Our unbeaten streak, our invincible season is out the window, unfortunately. Smashed 5-1 against Sociedad. And we will also have our Europa League final against Tottenham Hotspur 2 days after that. So a busy end to the season. But that is where we'll end the episode. If you've enjoyed the episode, leave a like, leave a comment, and whatnot. If you haven't, leave a dislike, let me know where I've done wrong. And if you want to stay up to date with any of the other series or anything I produce in the future, you can subscribe. That helps me out massively. And that is that. I've been Davis. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.